Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB or Chris, and today we're going to do a shave with a bunch of PAA gadgetry, I'm going to call it. Head shave, but don't go away because I got some cool stuff here. As you know, I've been just recently starting using PAA after a long hiatus, and he has so much stuff, and I made an order recently, and I just want to use this stuff. This will be my first time using the CK6 formula, which comes in the sample that comes with the PAA, got some soap on the outside of that there, travel scuttle, which you see here, which is a plastic, and of course it's a scuttle. So you fill it with hot water and it will warm your lather, or if you put your brush in there, it'll help warm it while you're shaving. Follow the instructions on the website. This is going to be very durable because it's plastic. So if I drop it, it's not going to be a problem. And I've got some of the sample that comes with it. This is Planet Phoenix soap. It comes with this scuttle. When you buy the scuttle, I think I wrote down how much it is. It is $19.95 for the scuttle. And in, I've got, again, some of the Planet Phoenix soap, which has a really nice scent. It's sweet. It's got a little bit of spice in there too. It's hard to describe, but it's on the sweet side. I wrote down some of the notes. It's got neroli, bergamot, mandarin, oud. It's a very, very nice scent. And it only comes with this scuttle. So if you order the travel scuttle, it comes with this soap. And then you can reuse this container when you're finished with it for traveling. It holds a good amount of product in there. I just used a little bit. Also going to be using the the Atomic Rocket brush, which I was really surprised by when I got it. This thing has some good heft to it. It is 26 millimeters. It's $14.95, which is a great price. The knot looks very, very nice. And so this is going to be our first time using this. I must say, in the hand, it just feels good. It's got some good weight to it. It just feels like a big, robust synthetic brush. Some synthetics feel very, very light. This is not one of those. This is, I guess, loosely based on the old Everready handle. And it's really nice looking, and I like the way it feels in the hand a lot. So for $14.95, killer. I'm sure it's going to be killer. We're also going to be using the Ice Tube Epic Pre-Shave. Everything at PAA is epic. And it comes in a nice roll-up type, deodorant type tube where you twist and it comes up, and we're going to use that. And also, as if that's not going to be cool enough, we're going to use the PAA Chill Mill, which has menthol in here, and it's kind of like a salt or pepper grinder, I should say. And so what we're going to do is go ahead and shake it. Whoop, saw a little bit of menthol crystal there. Going to shake it there, and there's some coming out as it is. And anyway, I'm going to twist it a couple of times, it says. Okay, that should be good enough. So we've got some menthol crystals in there. Now we're going to wet our brush. Also, the razor, by the way, today is Leaf. It is my preferred head shaving razor. I love it. And thanks to Chris from Another Cut Above. I watched him a lot of times and I was like, I got to get in on this Leaf action on the dome because I never really had found a DE that I really liked on my head. I preferred Carts. And I must tell you, the Leaf has really hit the spot. So thank you, Chris from Another Cut Above. Now, I've been using this for the past 2 weeks straight. So I don't know how many, more than 10 head shaves. And it's been awesome. And so I'm looking forward to this shave today with the Leaf and all this PA gadgetry. One of the things I got to tell you is, and I'll put links below, by the way, if you're interested in any of these products, I'll put links down for your convenience. Again, I've been away from PAA until recently, and he's just got so much stuff. You got to go check out, even if you're not a fan of the soap, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, because it's very good. Even if it's not the CK6, I like the other formula. It's been killer for me. I have really enjoyed it. He has some great scents. He is really talented, he and Fran. We tend to leave out Fran, and we should not, because she's a big part of that operation. As you can see here, that is really creamy. I know that the lighting in here is terrible for showing wow, that looks really good. We'll see when we get it on the dome up here. but it looks very, very good. And I've got the menthol going, and I'm gonna hit it with the pre-shave first. Wow, that is quite creamy. I can notice a difference, wow. I think the regular formula is really good. I do notice a difference in the way this CK6 looks to me. It looks more yogurty. Now, will that result in a better shave? I don't know. I don't know. Is it worth extra money? I honestly can't tell you. Haven't used it. I mean, you decide those things for yourself, but it looks good, so let's apply some of this because we want to get some nice cooling because it's been a stressful week with this corona going on. And I've had a cough, folks, for about 3 weeks. I did go to the doctor a week or two ago. I got put on antibiotics and steroids. I can't remember the name of the prednisone. And it did help, but it's still there a little bit. All right, so get a good amount of pre-shave on, then we'll sort of use our hands here. Let me grab a towel real quick. All right, definitely needed a towel so I can sort of get this off my hands after I rub this pre-shave in a little. And that's feeling nice. I'm getting the cooling, which is very, very cool. And a lot of people really like this, this Ice Tube 2.0. It is $6.95. I'm definitely, the cooling is just now starting. Sometimes when you put it on, it takes a little bit before it actually gets started. So let's get to lathering. Ooh, that's an interesting sensation because my brush is warm from the scuttle. It does work. So if you're worried about this scuttle not working, I've been yapping here I'm at 7 minutes and it is still warm. Now, will it stay warm an entire 30 minutes? If you're doing a shave that long? Probably not with just regular water. But I do think some people have been known to heat the water in the microwave. Now, follow the instructions on the website. I think Jeremy, the traveling shaver, microwaved his for too long and it kind of it deformed the scuttle a little bit. Because I saw one of his videos where he said he was putting water in it and freezing it to pop it back out. So don't melt your scuttle, people, if you get one. Wow, wow. That's a nice lather. It's very, very thick. Wowee. That feels nice. Feels very nice indeed. And so the heat of the brush is kind of offsetting the cooling, which makes for an interesting sensation. Wow. I like this brush a lot. 26 millimeter, $14.95. It's killer. I was really pleasantly surprised when I got this stuff. You know, I was kind of debating on whether or not to get a brush because I'm like, I don't know. But when I saw this one was, I was thinking about it. He's got one, it's a green something like a spaceship something. Everything at PAA is something space. But anyway, the other one I think is 24. And this one was 26. I said, let me go for that one. I'm glad I did. I really like it. Super soft. But you know, your plus soft type of knot. That is a keeper for me, I can tell you right now. After just one lathering session, it feels great. So I am digging it. And man, that feels good. That cooling is going now. It's funny because when I got that brush freshly out of the scuttle, it was warm, so it was kind of interfering with the cooling, which is kind of stupid to you know, heat a scuttle and then put menthol stuff in it. But, you know, I just wanted to try both at the same time because I am inappropriate that way. I will try unconventional things, and I've never used any of this stuff. And I got the order that I made, and I said, let's go with it, you know. Let's just go all out. And wow, this is a good performing setup. Really, really slick there. Very nice. Very, very slick. I must say, as far as vegan soaps go, and I assume CK6 is vegan, I think. I don't know. I think it is. The PAA, the newer soaps that they have made relative to, again, I think 4 years ago was the last time I used it prior to like a month or two ago. They are vastly improved from what they were. I had a gentleman tell me the other day that he thinks that Douglas and Fran nailed the sense, but the post is lacking. I don't find that to be the case myself, but again, I'm not looking for a post. But if you do fall into that category where somehow you feel the post is not as good as you would like, then you could probably try some of those, like Star Jelly aftershave or one of his post products, which I'm sure will, help with that. They do make products to, specifically handle the post. I like his aftershaves though, so I typically just use his aftershave colognes because they're usually have good staying power. And I know that some people don't like a lot of staying power in aftershaves, but I do, because honestly, I can't really afford a $300 bottle of Creed Aventus, but I can buy several $20 bottles of aftershaves and I'm able to experience a lot of great scents for not a lot of money. So that's cool. All right. Man, I'm getting some cooling going now. That's really nice. So this is really enjoyable, I must say. And the leaf, I think this blade is on its fourth shave. There's 3 Astra SP blades in there. And I have found that these work really good for me. It's the only thing I've been using so far. And honestly, I don't see any reason to change it because it's been killer so far, in a good way, of course. And that's what we need right now is great shaves, great conversation, positivity. And there's been a lot of that going around. This is it's been a great past couple of months for me. I have not enjoyed making videos and shaving this much for a long time. Since, let's just say since Busta and all those guys were around, and that's been a long time ago. So, in the early days of Busta, when he was first started making videos, and then I came along, and we just had so much fun. Ray Pope, the Stallion, Anthony Esposito, lots of people. And we were just having so much fun. Great camaraderie. Rico, I think, did I mention Rico? Man, that was a lot of fun. Jammin' G.I. James. I mean, I'm forgetting a lot of people, so forgive me for that. But it was just really fun. What I'm trying to get across is I'm having as much fun now as then. David Gonzalez, too. I don't want to forget him. He came a little bit after we had been around, but he joined the fray, and man, we just had a lot of fun together. We used to get on calls. I used to make conference calls, and we would all, we get Rico, we'd get the Stallion, sometimes we got, Ray Pope, the Inspector, sometimes Douglas Smythe even, and we would just shoot the breeze and just have a good time, and that was a lot of fun. And I'm having that experience now again, with a new group of people, because a lot of those people I mentioned aren't doing videos and aren't really big time hobbyists anymore. I mean, they're probably still shaving in the traditional way, but they don't make videos and so on. And this is a good soap, I gotta tell you. So if you get the scuttle, if you've been interested in a travel scuttle, or you're like me and you're worried about breaking things, I have broken at least 3 ceramic bowls. So while I do, I think ceramic, which they also have there, will probably stay warm longer. I think it's probably a better insulator. This one, if you knock it off the sink, you're not going to have to worry about it. So that's cool. And I don't do a lot of bowl lathering, but honestly, this has been a really good one. And I like this brush. So I am thoroughly pleased with this brush. I'm going to be using it a lot because I love this knot. It is extremely soft. And the soap, I must say, in looking at it, it has a little more creamy consistency than the than the regular Crown King. But I will say, as I've been saying every time I've used the regular Crown King, it's very good. So don't think that it's CK6 or bust, because I absolutely do not feel that way. But this is a really creamy, and I'll show it to you on my hands maybe after the, we'll do a touch up. I'll kind of show you what I do sometimes on my head in terms of a touch up. We'll do it that way. But man, this is a nice soap. This very, very good quality. Is it worth the money? I can't say. I can't tell anybody whether X price per ounce is worth it. The CK6 is pretty expensive. It's like $5 an ounce-ish, I want to say. I can't tell you whether it's worth it. I can tell you that I don't like paying that. I don't like paying that much for soap. I really don't. But I will say that there is obviously some ingredients in this soap that give it a little more. I'm calling it silky. It's just got it's got an extra little something, and so that I can tell you for sure. But that said, the regular Crown King formula is no slouch. It's still very, very good. One day, I'm going to need to get the same soap, and I think I have. I'm going to be able to do this with Future Fiction, because I ordered the regular Crown King formula, Future Fiction, but I think I might have a sample in CK6. So I think I'll be able to put those side by side and lather one side of my face with one side with the other, and really see how much difference I can tell. And that's really the best way that I can tell about differences in soap and razors. I really just have to put them side by side. Because if you try to go off memory, it's just really difficult, honestly. Wow, has this got some cooling in it. Between that pre-shave and the this chill meal, it works. It's what is it? $14.95. It does work, and it doesn't take a ton of it. Of course, I've got a combination of the pre-shave and that, but I'm assuming most of the pre-shave is worn off by now. This has been really fun, I must say. The video is going a little long though, so I'm gonna have to speed it up a little bit. I forgot to bring an aftershave in here. That's a bummer. That's all right. I'll grab something. I'll just run and grab, or I might have one in the drawer. I can just grab one. Very good soap. I'm impressed. I will say that I have been very pleased with the products that I've gotten. I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. I got that soap on my hands, and it's very slick. I'm gonna wipe it off this razor, because you don't want that slickness when you're operating this razor on the dome. It is very slick. That's great. Anyway, I was saying I've been really pleased with the PAA stuff that I've gotten. And it's just made me happy, honestly. I've been very happy with the Barrister Man stuff that I've gotten. I didn't like the scent on the soap, I used the other day, but the quality was top notch. And so it's the best decision I've ever made, sort of putting the old differences with folks to bed, and also communicating with people, and, just enjoying the shaving. It's been really fun, and I hope that's been coming through in the videos, because I really enjoyed myself. Man, I love using this leaf for the head shaves. It is a game changer for me in terms of, because me, I was a full-on cart guy. There's no question about it. I like the Harry's and I like the Defender, and I have used this for 2 weeks in a row, and I am converted, because it's doing everything I needed to do, and I don't have to buy those carts. But it works like a cart because that pivot, and it has a couple of blades in there. So we're going to do some touching up here. I'm going to pull some of this out of the brush. Wow. That is super. Yeah, I think David Gonzalez, was the one who said it. So if you're watching, David, wow. Yeah, you really can tell. It just has a very silky yogurty consistency. I should have used my other hand, actually. Wow. What I'm doing is feeling for any spots. There's one. I got to get this off my hand so I can use my right hand to shave with. I can tell the difference. I did not, honestly, I did not know that I would be able to, but if David Gonzalez said it, you know, you can pretty much count on it. I mean, I trust his judgment. He's used a lot of stuff, you know. He worked in the business for a little bit at Old Town Shaving. So he had the chance to try some premium wares, you know, when he was there. So he's also had the opportunity to try a lot of stuff. And to this day, you know, he's a big fan of both the regular, you know, Crown King formula and this. And he said, you know, he thought this was a little better. It's expensive, but better. And I would be inclined to agree. It's going to give you a little extra. The biggest thing for me, I think the regular Crown King is slick. I think this one is slick. The biggest thing for me is that the consistency of the lather, you can really tell a difference. It's got that, it's almost like, you know, when you use a soap and it has the Super Blue Emu unicorn milk and all that stuff in it, you can tell in the lather that it's just a little bit more dense, and it's got that just consistency is the only way I can describe it. It just feels different, looks different, and in your hands, it's a little different. Doesn't always make it better, but that's what I'm getting out of this. And man, outstanding. Wow. That was a lot of fun, I gotta tell you. Let me rinse the dome. We'll come back and get into a post. Stay tuned. And all right, normally we don't show the dry off, but I wanted to again show you this Lancaster Black Sheep towel. It's got a cool hanger, which you can pop off. We'll just set that aside. And this thing is microfiber, and it's really, really nice. Super soft. And it does a good job of, one of the reasons I like it, it removes a lot of moisture. It's very thick. It's very, very soft. So you could slap it on the dome like that, and you're, you know, you're removing most of that moisture just doing that. Wow, that's nice. This is, again, DK, I call him Blackbeard, recommended this, and I really like it. It's about, I want to say it was 15 bucks-ish. I'll put a link below from Lancaster Brushworks, and again, it's got this hanger where you can just pop that snap back on, hang it back up. It'll dry out very nicely. I like that quite a bit. Where is our magic made by witches? There it is. I gotta tell you folks, this has been one of the more enjoyable head shaves I've had for a while. I just enjoyed all the products and was just having a good time. Very relaxing. Honestly, the scuttle worked better than I thought it would. Let's see if it's still warm. It's still warm. It is, I wouldn't call it hot, but it is still warm. The brush, I love it. $14.95, 26 millimeter knot. It feels great. I love this brush. I'm absolutely super pleased with the brush. I really enjoyed the ice tube pre-shave. Actually, I enjoyed everything about the shave. You know, I enjoyed the leaf. It was fantastic. What else did we use? Oh, the chill mill works. It works. That is a really cool idea. And this is kind of the thing at PAA. They sort of have out of the box type products. Who would have thought to put menthol in a pepper grinder? I mean, it's pretty cool. Again, I'll have links below if you're interested in any of this. And we're going to finish off today just because I happen to have this in the drawer down there. Parazzo Green, which smells terrific. Douglas, see if you can replicate this scent. This is a great scent, but it doesn't hang around. If you can replicate this scent, we will forever be grateful. And for you all who are watching this video, who's made it this far, because I know this is a long one, tell Douglas you want this scent. Not the soap scent, the aftershave. The Parazzo Green aftershave smells terrific. It is fantastic. Oh, that smells good. It just doesn't hang around. So if Douglas could, via his mastery and Fran, replicate this scent and make a doppelganger of it, we would be forever in your debt. Again, not the soap, the aftershave, because the aftershave does not smell like the soap. I want to thank everybody for watching me or joining me. Joining me, you're with me, not watching me. I have really appreciated using all this stuff. It's been a fantastic shave today. I know this videos went long, but it's been a stressful week. What can you do? Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Until next time, I want to remind you, it's your shave. Do it your way. Even if you use a hot scuttle with menthol, just do it your way. Enjoy it. And, of course, God bless you.